Now part of the Darkcast Network. Welcome to Indie Podcasts with a dark side. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Love and Murder, the weekly true crime podcast discussing relationships gone terribly wrong, where our motto is, you're either someone's last love or their first murder. I am your host, Kai, and in this episode, we're doing a brief Kai rants about a Southern California mother who's been charged with the murder of her daughter. Before we begin, I want to say that this episode and all my episodes is sponsored by my lambs in Patreon. If you want to be a sponsor of me and Love and Murder, go ahead and join our Patreon, patreon.com/Love and Murder. You can join at a tier at only $3 a month donation. Also, before we begin, I wanted to go over an update for December and the upcoming 4th season of Lamb. If you don't want to hear the update, which you'll be missing a lot, you can just go ahead and look in the description below and it'll tell you exactly when the episode begins. So you can go ahead and skip to the beginning, but again, you'll be missing a lot. So in December, I normally take off, and usually there's no new episodes in December. However, I decided to do something different. So for this December, you will be getting Kai rants 3 days a week. So that will be Sundays, which is your usual posting time, Wednesdays, which you'll have the midweek rant, and Fridays. So stay tuned for that. This is just a glimpse into my Lamb Patreon. Don't forget, in Lamb Patreon, you get daily Kai rants. So they get Kai rants between Monday and Friday. In the meantime, in December, I'm getting ready for upcoming season 4 that I have planned. In season 4, we're going to change up the schedule a bit. I'm also going to have segments on my YouTube, so be sure to join Love and Murder's YouTube. You can find the link in the show notes below. There will be segments that are only in YouTube. And as you know, if you're in Lamb Patreon, you get everything that we post online. You get it in the Lamb Patreon. So if you don't want to go to YouTube and then this and then that, just join Lamb Patreon starting at only $3 a month donation. We'll also be giving out quarterly prizes for those who leave 5-star reviews. It will be in the form of a drawing. I love communicating with y'all, so you already know Kai responds to your comments will be coming back in season 4. And season 4 is going to be the first season that is totally just Kai. So get ready for that. I'm very excited of what's coming up. If you want to hear more of what I have to say about seasons 1 through 3, I go into a more of an in-depth update on my Lamb Patreon, so you can head over there, where I speak more candidly about the decisions that I made, what I learned through seasons 1 through 3, and why I believe season 4 will be even better. But this is what's coming up for season 4. In December, there will be no Kai response to your comments because I'm going to be off this whole month. So although you are getting your episodes, these are pre-recorded, so there will not be any Kai response to your comments. That will be coming back in season 4, which season 4 starts in January 2024. Also, don't forget, by the end of season 4, I'm trying to get to 500 Lamb subs. So with your help, that can be achievable. So if you want daily Kai rants, commercial-free episodes, intro-free episodes, and so much more, head on over to patreon.com/Love and Murder and become a Lamb Patreon. You have options starting at only $3 a month. And when you join, your name will be on my Lamb Patreon whiteboard, and I will be ever so grateful to you. Patreon.com/Love and Murder. And now that we're done with the update, grab your butts, grab your apple juice, and let's get into some Love and Murder. On Friday, November 24th, 2023, police received a call from a frantic father stating that when he went to pick up his 9-year-old disabled daughter, Victoria, she was missing. Quote, when he attempted to pick their daughter up as scheduled on Thanksgiving, the apartment door was locked and no one answered the door. He also told the operator that he'd received, quote, concerning messages from his ex-wife regarding their daughter, and requested a welfare check. He informed them that she was wheelchair-bound, had cerebral palsy, and couldn't speak. When police arrived at the home on the 14100th block of Golden West Street in Westminster, Orange County, California, they received no response. They forced their way into the home and, upon searching, found 9-year-old Victoria alone and dead in a bathtub. Upon inspecting the body, they noticed signs of trauma and realized that the body had actually been there for days. During the investigation, they identified the girl's mother as a person of interest. District Attorney Todd Spitzer said in a statement, quote, Words simply do not exist to express the utter heartbreak knowing this little girl could not even scream for help as her mother pushed her underwater and cut her life so tragically and unnecessarily short. Before we continue, I want to remind you of the sale that's going on with Mint Mobile. If you join Mint Mobile today, you get 3 months free with the purchase of a 3-month plan. So if you start off at the $15 a month plan, you can get 6 months for only $45. There are multiple options to choose from. Just go to the link in my show notes below and sign up for Mint Mobile today before that sale runs out. Don't forget, 3 months free with a purchase of a 3-month plan right now at Mint Mobile. To support Love and Murder, just click on my link in the show notes below and sign up to Mint Mobile today. One more thing I wanted to remind you about before we head back into the show. Don't forget to visit the Lamb store. You can find that on our website, murderandlove.com, and click on Lamb Merch in the menu above. There you can get lots of merch like calendars, mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, pillows, and so much more. I am currently working on the shop to bring you more options, and more options are coming every day, so just keep checking back. Again, murderandlove.com/our-shop, or just go to the website and click on Lamb Merch in the menu above. And now, back to the show. With the help of the Orange County Sheriff's Department, investigators were able to track down the mother, 32-year-old Khadijah Pendergraft, at a grocery store in an Aliso Viejo shopping center 20 miles away, which is 32 kilometers. Westminster Chief of Police Darren Lenny is quoted as saying, quote, "While police officers are exposed to tragedies on a daily basis, this murder is particularly disturbing due to the senseless loss of a child allegedly at the hands of her own mother." Khaydiyjah was charged and booked for 1 count of murder at the Orange County Jail. Investigators also found that Victoria had been killed on November 19th and had been left in the tub decomposing until officers found it on the 24th. So basically, this heartless, let's just say woman, because I was going to use a different word, murdered her daughter who could not speak and could not defend herself by drowning her in a bathtub on November 19th. Obviously, she had something set up with the father where the father would pick up the daughter and everything like that. If she just felt like she didn't want the daughter anymore, why not just give it to the father? This is the part I'm not understanding. I mean, I know they're heartless, unfeeling, uncaring pieces of trash people out there. And she probably did this to hurt him. So instead of giving him his daughter, she felt it was better to hurt him by killing her own daughter, which all of the WTFs, you could have even dropped her off. Well, no, I guess, because I was going to say you could have even dropped her off at the fire station, but I guess they would have given her to the father. You could have given her to your mother, maybe, if your mother was still alive. You could have given her to whoever else. But your first inclination was to murder your defenseless child. And you drowned her, meaning she horribly watched you while this was happening. I hope while you're in prison, the story of why you're in prison comes out. Because as I hear it in prison, they don't like child murderers. So good luck, you insanely horrific piece of trash woman. Now, it's interesting. I also found court documents that showed that on August 30th, 2016, Khaydiyjah had filed a lawsuit against a former partner, Ryan Stark. Now, I'm not saying Ryan Stark is the father of Victoria. What I'm saying is this is what I found. And based on what I found in that court document, she had filed a restraining order against Ryan. And on the restraining order, she alleged that domestic abuse and other abuse was the cause of the request for the restraining order. Now, although the case was heard twice, I didn't see a resolution to this allegation. So I don't know if it was another time that she was just trying to cause trouble. Maybe that was her way of getting sole custody of Victoria. I don't know, but I didn't see a resolution to this. Either way, she was left with Victoria, and 7 years later, she did this to Victoria. Now, the motive for Khaydiyjah's actions against her daughter remains a mystery. Everything here that I was saying was just my opinion. I don't know why she did it. And she didn't tell anybody why she did it while she was at her first court appearance on Tuesday, November 28th. She did not enter a plea and was assigned a defense attorney through the public defender's office. Now, if convicted, she could face 25 years to life in prison, which I'm interested to see what they do give her. I will try and keep up with this case. A lot of times, though, what happens is they post the initial case and then you really can't find any updates on what happened. But I will try and find out what happened. I'll try and keep you up to date periodically if anything is posted or if I find anything, because I'm interested to see what she says and what the verdict is. Currently, she's in jail without bail. Currently, she remains jailed without bail. Quote, while some families across the United States sat down to Thanksgiving dinner with their loved ones, this little disabled girl's lifeless body was left to rot in a bathtub after being drowned by her own mother. And that is the sorry case of a piece of garbage known as Miss Pendergraph. What did y'all think about this episode? Let me know in the comments below, and you can go to my Spotify to answer my poll. I'll also have the poll set to public in my Patreon, patreon.com/loveandmurder. So you can go to Spotify or you can go to Patreon. The poll is, do you think Khaydiyjah did this maliciously to get back at her ex-husband? Or do you think it could be a case of maybe mental health issues? Maybe she was just so tired and mentally out of it that she could no longer take care of a nonverbal, disabled cerebral palsy child, 9-year-old child. Now, I have my opinions and you heard what it is, but I don't have to consider both sides, but in order to have a poll, I have to consider that there may be multiple reasons. I think she's an asshole. You might think there's a different reason for this to have happened. So you can go answer my poll in Spotify or in Patreon, or you can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Even though I won't be having a Kai response to your comments in December, it will return at the beginning of season 4 in January. So if you want your comments heard, you can still go ahead and post it. And that's all I have for you. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Hey, you thought I forgot, didn't you? However, I did forget something. I did forget to ask you to go ahead and share this episode. A free and easy way to help me is by just sharing. Share with your mom, share with your friend, share with your dog, share with your dad, share with your sister, share with your brother. Share. Just go ahead. Before you forget, just do it right now. See that share icon? Yeah, you're looking at it. Click on it right now and just share it. Thank you. Bye.